favor for all to see. Redeemer, great deliverer, by your grace I'm not consumed. You're my God. You're my God of covenant. Yeah. David, Esther, Naomi, Daniel, you're the same God. Yeah. Today as you were yesterday. Yeah, 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 yeah. Your word is tried and true. What you say you will do, you're the God of covenant. You're my God of covenant, yeah. That I'm your covenant child, yeah. I'm your covenant child, hey. I'm your covenant child, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's who I am, that's who I am, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm your covenant child. You've never failed me yet. You'll never fail me ever. I'm your covenant child. I'm your covenant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're my God, yeah. You're the God of Taylor, David, Esther, Naomi, Daniel. You're the same God, yeah. What you say you will do, 'cause you're faithful through the ages. Yeah, yeah. If he said it, he would do it. Covenant keeping God. If he said it, he would do it, yeah. His promises are yes and amen. Covenant keeping God. He'll never lie, 'cause he's not a man. Covenant keeping God. He's a covenant keeping God. Covenant keeping God. He's my covenant keeping God. Covenant keeping God. He's your covenant keeping. Yeah, 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 yeah. Covenant keeping God. If you believe it, let him hear you say it. Covenant keeping God.
All right, welcome back to the Friday Night Mix Show. Woo! It's so great to be back here live on the show. Laura, how's your week been?
It was good.
Was good?
It was a nice week. It was chilly though, so I'm excited for the weekend because it's supposed to warm up.
That's true.
I'm not ready.
It was a little bit hot though.
It was a little warm. The sandals were on.
Nice.
That's important. Yes.
All right, also, really importantly, we do have a special guest in our midst. I've been shouting about it all week. In fact, we talked about it last week. Tolu, welcome on the show.
Welcome. Happy to have you here.
It's great to have you. So, if you're watching us right now, we're going to allow Tolu to introduce herself. But before we do that, make sure that you're ready to call in and ask Tolu some questions. Are you ready, Tolu?
No.
She's not ready for this. But that's well, we'll do it, right? We'll do it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Tolu. How's your week been?
My week was good. Very busy.
It's busy.
Very busy. Cold. Yeah. So
Yeah, why are you guys
I'm
complaining?
looking forward to the warm weekend as well. But we're not ready.
We're not ready.
Summer was just,
Yeah.
not too
We're
It's just around the
never,
corner, now it's
ever
gone.
ready.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're never ever ready. All right, welcome back to the show. Welcome in the show. This is the first time. Let me give you receptive welcome on the Friday Night Mix Show. Like you know, it's a Christian content show. We just want to have fun and talk about our own realities as believers.
Exactly.
And I have Laura on the show. I have myself, Ola, and today we have Tolu with us. Tolu, tell us a little bit about yourself. Our viewers are definitely watching. They want to know a bit about who is Tolu.
Yeah. So Tolu, my first name is Tolu. My last name is Inaive. I'm Nigerian Canadian. I'm a mom of two. I'm a project manager.
Wow.
And I'm also a singer-songwriter.
That's sweet.
Wow.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Yeah, so I minister with a group of girlfriends under the Chronicles Calgary name tag, but I also minister on my own.
That's amazing.
And I just released my first album.
So this is your first
album, yeah.
That's amazing. That's great.
That came out in August. I had
Okay.
a concert last month, 2 weeks ago actually.
2 weeks ago. Wow.
Yeah, so lots of things happening.
A lot of things
exciting.
happening. Yeah, that's true. You did have a concert recently to release your album, and I mean, we'll really delve into the struggles that we have, really, because it's not just going to be about the sweet, the nice things. It's also going to be what are the realities, what are the struggles that we go through as artists, right? Yeah, but before we do that, what we normally do is we just want to inform our audience, let them know what's going on, right, in the city of Calgary, in the world at large. So we just have what we do call the news of the day. So Laura, do you want to give us the news of the day?
Okay, so this isn't local to us, but I found it very interesting. So there's 3 gentlemen they were serving some time in prison. We won't get into, the details because this is a story of victory.
Of victory.
And not of, shame and guilt. So it's a story of transformation. So these 3 inmates, while they were in jail, they're serving their time. I'm assuming they got their job in the kitchen, right? So doing their thing in the kitchen and practicing their craft and eventually getting better and better. Now that they've served their time and now they're outside in the real world, one of those chefs, former inmate, has won an award for his cooking. And so this is amazing. They say in the story he made his resume and they said, "What experience do you have to work at this restaurant?" He goes, "I fed 2,000 people in jail." He got the call within a week. So it's a story of hope because a lot of people, when they carry that, that they have a past and they've been in prison or in jail, whatever, sometimes it's hard to find a job. It's hard to find new association, to people that can relate without judgment. So I love that they did something good while serving time. They really developed themselves and some self-growth and then came out and they're seriously doing some good stuff, feeding people and working for a restaurant that has a mission to serve the community. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool story. Yeah, that's
I
good.
liked it.
I think it deserves
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, it's a great story because the prison is not just supposed to be a space of condemnation.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be a place where you rehabilitate, and that's a really good story that you can go in there and change your life entirely around, and now you're serving the community that you had once a heart. I do have a news too. This is also something seems almost close to what you've given us, and it's basically a woman was abducted in Calgary, but the police have found her.
Good. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean that's great news. So the police found her, and it's said to be that they confirmed that police have confirmed that the victim who had allegedly been abducted had been located safe.
Okay.
So
good.
if you're out there and you are, just be safe.
Be careful.
Be careful, right?
Yeah.
Go out there and do your thing, and make sure that you're not oblivious of what's going on around you, because bad men are still out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Laura, what's the topic of today?
Well, it's love. It's my favorite topic to talk about. But I told you last week, it might get deep though, because love is
it's really
it's
broad,
a profound topic.
but it can also be really personal.
Exactly.
What's your story about love? Do you anything?
No pressure.
We won't finish right here, right? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we still have Tolu in the house. Let's give them a phone number. They can start calling in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can start calling in.
What's our number?
Our number is.
I still
Don't worry, I
haven't
got you.
memorized
I
it.
got you this time. Our phone number is 825.
Thank you.
734-3652.
Perfect.
So remember last week we said there's a giveaway of $100.
Yes.
If you get the quizzes right.
Yes.
It's still on.
It's still available.
People just don't want to win.
People
prizes.
don't need $100.
They don't need money.
They don't, and unfortunately, I don't qualify for this.
You don't? Tolu doesn't, unfortunately. Sorry.
So we really, as the show goes on, because we're at the beginning, we want people to call in. We want people to be interactive with us, right? Not just having our special guest, but with the topic that we're discussing today. So if you have questions, you want to text us, call, please at the number that Fola provided. And then we have this $100 to give away that
Just
we've been
$100.
so eager to give to somebody.
And nobody wants to take it.
But nobody wants the money.
So the phone number again, and you can WhatsApp call us. You can drop us a message.
Yeah.
Also on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yes.
Just drop us a comment. We would always read it out, right? It's
Yep.
825-734-3652. So when we come back, we're going to be asking Tolu some of the questions. Right now, we just want to play, we've played a song, the first one we did. We're going to play another song so you can see that this is a serious artist. Somebody bringing it out. But when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about our craft. How did she even start this journey? And then we'll then, maybe somebody calls in, we'll then quickly do
Perfect.
Answer the questions. And so when we're right back, when we come back, we're still here with Tolu E.
Proto and trying,
I saw this thing.
turmoil within. Where are you, Lord? Where are you, Lord? For mercy and grace, speak to me, Lord. Your word is life and spirit. Comfort me, Lord. All I need is your touch to restore my flesh and spirit. I'll bring a testimony of healing. I'll bring an offering of gratitude and praise. I'll declare your goodness. Of your name, every knee must bow, every sickness and disease is cast down. Balm of Gilead, you are the remedy. You have given me life and more abundantly. At the mention of your name, every knee must bow, every sickness and disease is cast down. Every sickness must bow. At the mention of your name, the one true name, by which we are truly saved, the name above every other name, mighty power, signs and wonders, the authority of heaven and on earth. In the middle of the night when my heart is hurting, at the break of dawn when my hope is stirring, Jesus. thirsty.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's still Friday Night Mix, and right here we do have Tolu with us. She's still
Lost
on
and
the show with us.
forsaken,
Don't worry, nothing is going to
hurt and
go wrong.
mistreated.
Yeah, because we're trying to also cater to all other people on other
On the
places.
other
Come
platform.
to the water.
All right, so like I said when we come back, we're going to be asking Tolu some questions.
Yes.
Come to
Because we
the
brought you on the show, so we
water.
want to really
Come
get
to
to
the
know
water.
you. When did you start singing?
Come to the water.
When did I? Okay, so when
Come
did I
to
start
the
singing?
water.
When I was much younger.
Come receive from the
Is it
King.
like in the stomach?
Give that pussy.
No, like a teenager.
Come to the
I used to
water.
Yeah. But did you know that you had like a natural talent to sing, or did your parents encourage that? Like, how did it happen? No, they didn't encourage it.
It was just me. I loved music.
Born to walk, see your first
Yeah.
life and next.
Oh, you do like to dance?
You're my girl because I love to dance and sing.
So I used to do that a lot in
Okay.
school. I went to boarding school.
Okay.
I would always be dancing, now doing something.
Yeah.
And then my parents, because I had an older cousin in school, she sort of reported me to my parents, and they weren't too excited about it. So-
According to we always have that kind of neighbor.
Someone.
Yeah.
Someone
Someone's always
rat on
watching,
you.
ready to snitch you out.
She did, and so they just like, no, that wasn't happening.
Okay.
So that sort of killed it.
Okay.
Killed it.
So did you suppress it for a little
I
bit? You weren't allowed to dance, or
I wasn't
okay.
allowed to, but I always had music in my head.
Yeah.
I was the girl who used to walk down the street and dance a little bit as I walked. because
Yeah.
I had music in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then as I grew older, then I joined a couple of church choir,
Okay.
like women's choir, church and stuff like that. And I that was just what it was.
Yeah.
I would just sing in church once in a while.
Okay.
And then I came to Calgary and connected with a group of great girls. And we came together and we're the Chronicles Calgary. I mentioned them earlier on.
Yeah.
And so we sing more often, we worship, we minister more often, and we actually hold an annual concert.
Oh, that's amazing.
That sort of, got me really into it.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened.
Okay.
COVID happened, and it was a tough time. It was
Yeah.
a really isolating time.
Right.
And it was in that time that I sort of went back to music, where it was, the songs, the hymns of those days.
Yeah.
They were my souls.
Good.
And I was driving down the street one day, it was about November, and it went so, dry and cold.
Miserable.
It was miserable.
Yeah.
2020, November. And that was when the first bars of my first song that I released
Wow.
came to me when I was driving to work.
Okay.
And the title of that song is Sing Out Loud,
Sing Out
and
Loud.
it's a Christmas song.
We did
Oh,
it last
nice.
year.
So it's perfect timing. So you said this was November.
It was
You're
November,
driving in your
I'm
car.
driving in my car, looking everywhere, like there was no lights, there was nothing. And I was like, it's so miserable, but there's
Yeah.
more to Christmas
Yeah.
than the lights. And
Yes.
it was Jesus. That's
Absolutely.
what it's all about.
That is so
That's
cool.
how I started, my journey.
I love like in the middle of nowhere, you kind of had that spark of joy
Yeah.
to make something joyful out of like a pretty dry season, right? No happiness, no lights, no nothing. And so this group that you're part of, you said they're called
Chronicles Calgary.
the Chronicles Calgary. So you weren't doing solo at the time. You were part of the group, and you guys are a worship team that does an annual
Do
concert.
an annual concert, and we get invited to
Okay.
minister at different events as well.
And can we touch on that a little bit? So you guys do an annual concert. When is this? Is this the same month every year? Do you guys change it up? What does it consist of?
It used to be in the autumn, in the fall.
Okay.
But then last year we decided to do a Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
And I think we're going to do the same again.
I love Christmas. It's just like, I love it. So
Yeah.
you guys do a little bit of your own music in that, or is it fully just like Christmas songs?
A little bit of our music
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Because we all also have individual projects.
Okay.
So we try to work that in as well.
That's beautiful. So I love how you guys all have your own separate things,
Yeah.
and then can come together and harmonize that, because usually, you know, it's going to be the battle of the egos and stuff like that. But I love that you guys can set that aside and come together for a greater cause.
No, it's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Tell
love
us a
that.
little
And
bit.
he's worked with us a couple of times.
Oh, Fola, you didn't tell me this. That's good.
All right, tell us a little bit about the challenges of being an artist, especially in Western world like we are right now. What are the greatest, if you want to list it 1 to 3, what are the biggest challenges you face as an artist?
I think one of the biggest challenges is funding.
Funding.
It's
Okay.
because you're doing this on your own.
You're right.
Tell us how expensive it is to even.
Oh, to produce one song,
Yeah.
you would need about $1,500.
$1,500. And now this is a new
That's
role
the
for me.
cheapest though.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cheapest.
like
So
basic.
is that like studio time,
Yeah.
producer, vocals, potentially having live instruments, etc.?
Same kind of things.
Wow.
A live instrument would be maybe 3.
Oh. Okay. So no live, like no one's coming in with the saxophone unless you've got the extra.
Yeah, that's extra. That's why it's the
This is the
cheapest.
reality.
So imagine you're doing a 10 track album.
Okay.
That's-
So it takes a lot
that
of
was
money
a
to
bit
do
of
that.
That's
That
about
was a bit of a
$14,000,
layout.
$15,000.
Okay.
And one of the challenges that I also related to that is there are opportunities where you can apply for funding to support that. However, I find that it's not very easy
Okay.
when you are putting in an application to produce worship music.
Okay. So it favors maybe artists that are more in the secular realm.
That's right.
Is that safe to say? Okay. That's sad. It is. It makes me feel sad because I know a lot of people in that arena, right? And like we want them to succeed and we want to hear their music. So hopefully that changes. But I feel like you're a trailblazer in this. And
Oh, she is.
I'm hoping that it changes. I really
Yeah.
do. Because I got one piece of funding, and it was the fight.
wow.
It was.
So it's a struggle.
It was me saying, explain this to me.
Right.
Canada.
Right.
Canada's a Christian country. Explain how I do not qualify. Like, I qualify on all the technical.
Yep.
Aspects of it.
Yep.
The only reason you're telling me I can't get this money is because I'm producing Christian music.
That's interesting.
You know?
Okay.
And so it was a battle.
Yeah.
And then eventually it was like, okay, well, we understand. Because I said, it's not discriminatory.
It
Yeah.
is. Absolutely it
Against
is.
what I believe in.
Yeah.
Everyone should have their voices heard.
Yeah. I agree.
Everyone.
It should be a level playing ground.
So you put up a good fight. You were able to get the funding for that.
So that was great.
Good.
But again, that's because there was the opportunity to engage.
Right.
Yeah, there were other opportunities, there were other applications. There's no opportunity to engage.
Yeah.
And then you don't get.
You don't get it.
Okay.
That's move on, right? So what's the third one? What's the third challenge?
Well, the third challenge, I think, is just, especially in Calgary, I think getting people who will commit to work with you. Because it's difficult. It takes
Yeah.
time.
It's a labor of love.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a little. You need people who will be your tribe,
Yeah.
who will stick with you thick and thin.
That's right.
And that was difficult.
Okay.
But again, it's a journey,
Yeah.
and I think eventually I got to the point where I have a small group of people who I can
Good.
lean on.
Good.
You have to work at it, and you have to be patient
Yes.
with yourself and with God.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, God, I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a couple of producers in the early days who they were really difficult to work with.
Okay.
Where this is the vision, this is what I want to do, and they sort of impose
Their own stuff.
their own thing on
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
And they're coming from the point of view of, well, I know this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're new.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
But
I'm
it's
new,
my
I have-
vision.
That's right. Like, come on. They have to give space for your vision to be there, right? And so I guess then you have to kind of filter through those type of attitudes and
Yeah.
opinions and perceptions, and then hopefully that filtering removes those people, and then you have, I'm assuming people
Your
come and,
people come.
right? Okay.
But it does take, it can be discouraging.
Yeah.
It is discouraging.
Yeah, you get to the point where it's like, am I even doing it?
Yeah.
Like, why, if this is what God has called me to do,
Right.
why is it so hard?
Oh, that's a tough one.
It's tough. It can
That is a tough one.
So what's your greatest joy when it comes to music? I know you said you're also a project manager, which would help you in like arranging and organizing stuff, right? But what has been your greatest joy as an artist? Is it when you release the album, or when that song comes to you, like, wow, this song is busting my brain? What exactly is that, like, the eyes for you?
I think one of the joys is yes, when the song comes to me. Because every song does something for me.
Okay.
Every song speaks to me, helps me get through a situation. You know, every song is in that way. However, the greatest joy is when someone says, I listened to your song,
Yeah.
I was blessed. And I was blessed.
and I had answers. You know, and I don't know. I just stumbled on this song.
Yeah.
I was driving, I was having a bad day, and I listened to this and I felt good.
That's joy for every artist,
That
right?
is.
Because you just know that what I've put in so much is blessing someone, right?
That's
It's
right.
really great. All right, so what we're gonna do, because we're on the top of the hour, we're gonna take another break, listen to Tolu's next song.
Another song.
Listen, how can we, before we even do that, how can we reach you? Like,
Yes.
where can we see your songs? Tell us.
Okay, well, my songs are on every digital platform.
Every
Good.
digital
That's
platform.
good.
Oh,
Spotify?
And
Yeah.
how do
Okay,
we search for
perfect.
you? Because I know on Instagram you are _Tolu, and then your music is Tolu
Tolu
with an exclamation, and I know on other places it's Tolu with an E. That would be tough, right? I was like,
it's mostly Tolu with an exclamation point.
okay, on all
Because
digital
apparently
platforms.
There's a lot of Tolus who sing.
There is.
Okay. That's fair.
You guys are all blessed with inspirations, right?
And you can also find me on my website.
Yeah.
ToluEnamimusic.com.
So on
So-
all the digital platforms, it's
Yeah.
Tolu with an exclamation mark. When you do Tolu, exclamation mark, and I know your album is just out. What's it called?
Covenant Child.
Covenant
Covenant
Child.
Child.
Covenant
Yes.
Child. You know, so when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit more. We're going to be playing a game with you, actually, Tolu.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys can still call in,
We have $100.
leave a comment,
Yeah.
drop a comment, drop whatever you want to say to us, whatever you want to say
Any
to Tolu.
questions that you want to ask
Any
Tolu?
questions?
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we will be talking about that.
Yes, sounds
Take it
good.
away.
Sounds good.
As it up here. Yeah.
The line is still on. Still on.
Thirsty and needy, weakened and alien, burdened and weary, lost and forsaken, hurt and mistreated, shunned and afflicted.
Abi,
Come to the water.
okay, I didn't drink. That's
Come to the water. Come to the water. Come to the water. Come to the water. Come receive from the King the gift that will sustain. Come to the water. Begotten of the Father, faithful to the end. Unto us He offers life that never ends. A holy sacrifice, for us He paid the price. Spring of living water. Come to the water, come to the water, come to the water, come to the water, come receive from the King the gift that will sustain. Come to the water. Come to the water, come to the water, come to the water, come to the water, come and drink from this spring, never thirst again. Come to the water.
welcome back to the Friday Night Mix Show. We still have here Tolu E. This is Tolu on Instagram page, and she's just released an album, Covenant Child. Please make sure you go on all the platforms and you follow and buy and listen and stream. Whatever you can do, make sure you do it.
Yes.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about love, Laura. Let me start first. Because I'm a messenger of love.
Fola is the messenger of love.
I'm
so
a messenger
take it away, Fola.
of love. All right, so for me,
Yeah.
you know, love is an intense feeling of deep affection.
Yeah.
Intense, so and that's the word for me, right? It's intense feeling
Yes.
of deep affection.
Yeah.
But let me go to Tolu. If you're going to define what love is, what would you say love is?
I would say love is, it is what you said. It's deep affection.
Deep affection. Yeah, I agree.
It is selfless.
It is.
Selfless affection. And
Yeah.
just care.
Yes.
When you care so much for something else or for someone else over yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good. Yeah. That's
It's
a good
supposed to
way
be over yourself, though.
Well, that's the sacrificial love, isn't it?
Like Jesus, because
Yeah.
Jesus cared
Isn't
more
it?
about us
Yeah.
than himself.
Yeah.
But that's where we get into. So that's a good point to bring up, though,
Yeah.
because there is love of self, right? And
The
there's
self-love.
self-love, which can be, detrimental or really good. And then there's that love for someone else, right? What I had is strong affection for another arising out of kinship or, like something like personal ties or someone you care about, exactly what you said. But
Like
yeah,
a child,
strong affection.
you care for your child more than you care about yourself.
Yeah.
So there are different types of love, right? We
Yes.
have the eros love, the philia, the ludus, the agape love.
Yes.
And that's where I want us to stay on for a bit.
Yeah.
Agape love is love for everyone. The kind of love we share. We should share in church,
Yep.
share in the community, share in wherever you find yourself. But why is there, if love looks so simple this way that we're talking about it, why is there not much love amongst brethren? Why?
That's a tough question.
Because I always think about it. Why do we scheme and do stuff to still kind of get at someone or not showing that? I mean, if it's that simple to love your neighbor, you don't have to do so much, but at least care for someone's health or someone's mental health or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do we have issues with people unable to do that? I'm talking about the Christendom, right?
Sure.
I'm not even talking generally.
Yeah.
Why is it tough?
Because at the end of the day, we're people.
Humans.
We're humans.
Are we incapable of loving?
No, we're not. We are capable of loving. But we also, there's self-love.
Yeah.
Just,
Like you said.
And then we put conditions.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
and then people get hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you want to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
And so you're like, okay, maybe I need to pull back and take care of me.
First.
Not so much these other people because I've been burnt.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just like you have a personal.
Full is calling us out right now. I told you it was going to get deep and personal.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
There's no other way.
When you're talking about love, it's going to get personal.
Laura, tell us something about love.
About love? Well, I wrote down here that love can be a choice and a feeling, right? And so when you're talking about why is there a lack of love within the brothers and sisters, especially in the Christian community, I think that's where we stop choosing, like intentionally choosing to love somebody. Love is not just being like, hey, I care for you. It's so much more than that. It's showing up for that person. It's not putting conditions on that type of love. It's showing an immense amount of support, even though you may not agree with with whatever decisions you're making, but I'm going to show you love in this way, right? So within love, there's boundaries, right? And you can show big love, but once you start making a choice to kind of, be stingy with it or put conditions and not be authentic, that's where I think we run into issues of you're not being loving, right? You're being more judgmental, you're not showing enough grace, etc. So I don't know, that's my take.
I like what you said about grace.
Yeah.
While back, I used to be part of a And I used to say, when you first start dating, it's easy to say, I love this person.
Yeah.
So easy.
Right?
So easy.
Like, oh, I love my
No.
husband. I love my wife.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's just done.
Get married. And then one day, he's going to do something.
And it's game over.
And like, how did I even
You're
get
gonna
to?
sit- You've been all alone in your room and you're thinking,
Who is this guy? How did I get to even meet this guy?
It's true, though. It's true.
And then you're going to say, I still love this person.
Yeah.
That is where you're extending grace.
That's, yes.
That's where you're
Yeah.
making a choice.
And you're not feeling the feeling,
Yeah.
but you're choosing.
I mean,
you're right.
I mean that's
You're
good
right.
because you said it's either a choice or a feeling.
Yes. Yeah.
So you start with and that goes back to you start with a feeling like
Yep.
oh I'm feeling all butterflies and all of that.
Yeah.
And then after that is faded away.
You have to
Then you
choose
begin
it.
to choose it.
Yes.
That's deep.
It's so it's so true.
I mean that's
though.
how Christ chose us, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. We stray every time.
Yeah.
We're constantly unfaithful,
Yeah.
but He keeps choosing us.
He always chooses us. Yeah. And I think that's what we're supposed to be reflecting, right? Is that I choose this person, and again, it out of marital stuff, right? Like you choose your kid every time in moments of like utter frustration, right? I may not feel like I like this child right now or like I love them, but I'm choosing to love them in this chaos, in this dysfunction or whatever. It goes down to friendships, right? Like I've had that, where you're burned by people not showing you love in your moments of where you're in your darkest moments and you're like, man, nobody extended that love to me. It's because they didn't choose that. They're like, no, I'm not feeling it right now. And it sucks, right? So I think love is a really tricky one to always show and feel, but we do have to strive to choose it, especially with our tribe, with our closest ones, and even sometimes to strangers. Like we just got to choose to love.
So
to
just
show
a
love.
comment coming in. The microphone for Laura is low. Can we please increase it? Yeah.
Thank you, Thea. That's my auntie watching out all the way from Cali.
Nice. So if you can increase that, that would be great. And also, I
Thank
think
you.
for our
I might
guests too,
just put it
so we can
right
get
up.
to you. So let's get back to the story of love.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about our own personal experience. Has there been any time where you just felt, you know what, I can't love this person anymore? I just can't love you anymore. Maybe not your spouse, maybe not your children,
Yeah.
but someone in the church, at work, at whatever. And then we look at the Bible verse and see what the Bible says about despite that. So do we have any personal experience? Anyone? Even if you can drop a comment,
yes,
you can tell us.
I have a few. I don't know if I'm so.
This is the place of truth. We
This
don't
is a
hide
safe
anything.
place. I'm just reminding myself this is a safe place.
It's a safe place.
I think I have a great example of this, and I don't mind getting personal because I think most people know my story that, I am no longer with the father of my children. And so that was a definite, I do not love this person anymore, and things unfolded in a different way than I had envisioned it, right? This is not uncommon. Tons of people go through this. But there was a battle where I said, like, I'm going to have to choose to either really hate this person because of pain and whatever, all that stuff that goes with that, or I'm going to choose to have love for this person. Maybe not in love like before, but have love. And then that requires that I respect, that I, value their opinion, that I give them grace. And that is one of the hardest decisions I think any human being has to make, because now I'm telling the world, I'm telling that person, like, I'm choosing to love you even though you did A, B, C, D, or I did A, B, C, D, right? And you have to really fully surrender to that, because you just got to honor that. And I think as a Christian, right, I was convicted in those moments where it's like, I can't be a hater. And not just for my kids, but for my own well-being as well, right, to honor God. So that's, I guess, my personal relationship with a time where it was hurtful, and I had to choose after a lot of healing, after a lot of work, where I was like, I'm just going to show this person a lot of love because someone brought me through those moments, and it was God, and He showed me love, so why not do the same thing, right? I got to extend it. Yeah.
I mean, that's an awesome story. I mean, we all have it. I'm sure you have your story.
Yep.
For me, it's just, you have somebody who's got the power at that time to do something for you that might change your life, talking about getting into the university, and the person decided, no, I'm just not going to do it for you because I have the power.
Yeah.
And then, and I was much younger then, and you just feel like, now that I got through this thing, I'm going to hate you for the rest of my life because,
Yeah.
But the whole, like you said, I mean, the God just keep walking through us, and no, you can't do that.
Nope.
You can't do that. Look at what happened to Joseph. The brothers, the same fathers, maybe not the same mother, but
still brothers,
the siblings, right?
Yep.
They sold him to slavery.
Yes.
That's the height of. I mean, if my brother sells
his own blood, right? You're done.
I don't know. And I become the prime minister of Egypt. Man, everybody's gonna die. Right?
Yeah.
But it showed that sometimes what happens is when God makes somebody say no to you, is because He wants to tell you that He alone can do it for you.
Yes.
And then through you, nations can be blessed.
Yeah.
Through you, people can you can understand the pain of a no, so that you can give the blessing of a yes.
That's so good. That's so good.
Because sometimes if you don't know what the no, if it doesn't hit you hard, you don't really know how others feel. That's
You're
why,
right.
like, this guy's a rich guy, he doesn't know how we feel. Oh, this guy, they're all over the head. But when you've gone through that process and you really felt that pain, it's easier to sympathize.
Absolutely.
It's easier to empathize. And that's why it's important that you walk through your pain so that you can be help to others.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's my story. Do you have a story to share?
Oh my gosh. I won't go into too many details.
Yes.
It's a friendship.
We don't have Ankies and
It's a friendship that I really thought I thought it was a close friendship. It was for me. I think that if I'm your friend, you are my friend.
You're my guy.
Then I should be.
You're on my corner,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. That's right.
I should be free enough to be real with you.
Yep. I agree.
It doesn't always happen that way.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Sadly, but it doesn't.
And so there was a breakdown in that relationship. And I felt
Hey, despite that. So do we have any personal experience?
really personally hurt by it. And I withdrew for a while.
Okay.
And yes, I thought, I'm done. Like,
Yep.
I can't do this. But when you're in that space, you find that you're even more hurt. When you find it's a burden.
Yeah, you're carrying it now.
Carrying it.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
Yep. So heavy.
And at some point in time, you just have to let the Holy Spirit just keep ministering to you and just be like, what, put it down.
That's true.
Just put it down.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah.
down and move on. And try to think about it and just say, okay, God, I'm just going to relax into this and let you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And heal that relationship.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not going to be the same as
Right.
it was before.
Yep.
Should it though?
Maybe it's not meant to be.
Maybe it's not meant to be.
Maybe it's not meant to be.
But that's the beauty of it, right? You can still love from a distance. You don't have to love from the same spot, but you're still choosing to love, right?
It's healthy.
Yes.
And it's good.
Yes.
And we're in a good place.
That's good. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, because I think with friendships, that's a tricky one because you think you can just, that's my person, they're going to be there for me. And then boundaries are crossed in some way or another and you're like, ooh, that stung a little bit. Like, I don't know if I can do that again. And I've been in that position too. So to choose then to love either from afar or close up again, that's a big choice to make. Yeah.
Ego gets bruised.
Oh gosh, yeah, it does. Ego's a hard battle.
So talking about love, what do you love the most?
That's a good question. Is this a trick question? It sounds like a trick question. It's a trick question, too.
I always bring trick questions. Tell me what you love the most.
That is a hard one.
It could be, no, I don't want to say who. If I do who you love the
I
most,
can do the spiritual route and say God.
no, God is not what.
He doesn't want the easy answer.
Exactly, I don't want the easy answer. What do you love the most? And it could be anything. It could be your sleep.
Oh my God.
It could be your home. It could be your
I like
car.
sleep.
It could be
I love choice.
I love that choice.
like choice.
The ability
That's great.
to choice and not be
Restricted
locked
to.
or restricted into anything. I think for me,
I love that answer.
That answer is good.
Yeah.
just to have that choice.
So
I'm
freedom-
taking that one too.
No, you can't choose that.
I want her answer too.
No, you can't choose that.
Oh, that's
So
a
Laura,
hard
what do you love?
Besides like God, family, stuff like that. What do I love the most? I don't know, it's a hard one. I think for me, it would be maybe kindness. I really love kindness. I don't think there's enough of it in this world. So if I have someone treat me a certain way with kindness, right? Then I love that about somebody. It's not even a like. It's like I love that about somebody. But I don't know if that counts. Is that it?
It does count. It does count because it's the way it makes you feel.
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
And who doesn't like kindness? Anyway,
Well, you know what? People that don't operate in kindness might not like it, because I know too many people where it's like, where are you operating from? Because it's not kindness, right? But I don't know. I love kindness, but I really wanted her answer too, because the loving, the option, options, so good. Because once that option is removed or that choice is removed, no thank you. Yeah.
So, like we normally do, Laura, like,
Yes.
we'll read about what the conversation was having. The Bible verses that we have, so we can have a takeaway for people watching.
Yeah.
So, talking about love, John 3:16, the most famous Bible verse in the Word, says, "For God so loved the world, He gave His one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in Him would not perish,
but have everlasting life."
Romans 8:28 says, "We know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to His purpose." And also, I like this one. He said in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and sound judgment."
Amen. That's one of my favorite ones.
That was my verse for 2022.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's, yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
I have two. Can I share? Can I share two? Okay. I have to bring it closer though, because I'm blind right now. I didn't wear my glasses. I know, I'm sorry. I don't want to put them on though, because the mic. Okay, so I have one. 1 John 4:8. It says, "Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God.
Wow.
Whoever does not love..."
Pause. Everyone who loves has been born by God.
Of God and knows God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And we can dissect that a little bit, right? So everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. So that's heavy for me. God is love.
Can we talk a bit about that though?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, it's really self-explanatory, right? Everyone who loves,
Yes.
shows that you know God, and you have God residing in you.
That's right.
That's really deep, because if you watch it right now, you're like, I have no reason to love anyone. Like, people are trash. We always have reasons.
Yeah.
But if you want to be like God,
Yeah.
you want to operate, in that space where, because also you give, whatever you give is what you get.
Yes.
So people complain like, nobody loves me and all that. Have you tried loving? Have you tried just doing the little thing, holding the door for an elderly person?
Yes.
Just doing the
It doesn't have to be grand gestures. It can be small ones too, because that maybe it's small for me, but it's huge for you. Exactly. I just want to pause here. I have a comment from my friend Tasha. She says, when you have hate for someone, the enemy can get his foot in the door and use that. So on the flip, right, when we have love and we're acting and behaving and operating out of love and God's love, it puts that stop to the enemy and what kind of advances he wants to make, right?
It's the right ground for the Holy Spirit to move.
Exactly. Yeah. It sets that atmosphere, right?
It's the right atmosphere.
Yeah, you're right. So I'll finish off that verse. So it says, "This is how God showed his love among us. He sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him," which is love. Like, it's the biggest thing. And then I'm going to share a second one, and if you guys want to, have input on it, that'd be great. So Psalms 105. "For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. For the Lord is good, his unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation." So it's like, it was 3 little breakdowns, different versions of that one verse. My key pickups on that is that love it endures a lot. It endures forever, right? And so when we feel like we don't want to give anymore, we have to just continue that, right? Especially if it's from the right spot and it's not in a place of, obviously there's relationships that are, abusive and maybe not healthy. That's a completely different conversation. But where there's truth and there's love, it endures. It really, and you can conquer a lot with that. I really believe it. I really believe it. Yes.
You can. So, I also have some, okay, it just says hi, guys. We're saying hi to you. You can leave your
everybody.
Your thoughts and leave your comment about love.
Yes.
If you have anything to say, we'll read it out on the show.
Yes.
So what do you have to say about because we have a game to play with you before, and it's almost time.
Okay. What do I have to say about
What do you have to say about love? Any insights for us?
I think love, like we said, it's a choice. And it's a choice you make every day.
Yes.
And you know what? There will be situations that will try you.
Yes.
They will try.
There will.
But you always have to keep that top of mind.
Yeah.
Just go. Let that be your default place to go.
Yeah.
There are different emotions you can feel. You can feel anger. You can feel pain. You can feel so much. But try, and it's not easy.
No,
honestly.
it's not. Yeah.
It's not. It's a conscious decision that you make.
Yes.
Do we need the Holy Spirit?
You're right.
We need him for everything.
We would like to give out instruction on the show. So in case you've not found a space in your heart to love, you can stretch out your hand and just pray along with us and say, Holy Spirit, please be my guide and God. Share your love in my heart so I can also share with others.
That's right.
Listen, simple prayers like this can go a long way to really help you, and you
That's
just
right.
find the joy. You know, the thing about God is, you ask him in those simple, like really down to earth kind of requests, and you find peace in your heart.
Yeah.
You just find peace, and it's like a cold water poured over your soul, right? You just find peace. So it's as simple as that. You don't have to like practice and all of that. We have people whose families are broken.
Yeah.
They can speak to their uncles. Thanksgiving is coming. Some families are not going to be able to sit down together.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask the Holy Spirit. Talk to the Holy Spirit about it. Just say, Lord, I want my family to be united again. I want love to be in our midst.
Yep.
And God can do a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that being said, we have a lot of people sharing their thoughts on the social media handle, but I'm not going to leave here until we go through this gate. So it's a rapid question.
Okay.
You're just going to choose one from one of the answers or one of the choices. You like choices, right?
Yes,
so London or Paris?
London.
Why? You like London? Like,
London, that's my stuff.
but I thought Paris is the land of love.
No.
We're just talking about love now.
It's overrated.
It's overrated, right?
She's picking London, and I'm here for it.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
So let me ask you, London or Paris?
I've never been to either, so I don't have an opinion on that.
You should go.
Well,
Who wants to take Laura to London?
don't do that.
Send us comments. We're here. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
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 So that
all
does
day,
it
every
keep
day.
you awake every time?
You know what? It keeps me awake if I need it to. It puts me to sleep if I need it.
Look at that.
So your mind just does the
She
Jedi.
made coffee work for her.
It's in my head.
So your mind just does the Jedi. Like, okay, now I need to sleep.
She's like, it's bedtime coffee. That's
Nice.
amazing.
Movies or supermarket?
Oh, what? Like supermarket as in,
Movies, where would you rather go? Movies or supermarket?
like supermarket as in shopping for
As in
food?
shopping.
Oh, just shopping?
Food? No.
Okay, supermarket to me is like the grocery store. That's why.
Yeah, it's groceries.
Groceries.
Yeah, supermarket groceries.
Movies.
Movies all day.
All day,
Movies.
all day.
All right, church or saloon? You guys are going to say church because you're a Christian,
Church.
right?
church all day.
But I'm looking at your mind and like it's saloon.
No,
I
no, church
go
all
make my
day.
nails and my hair, then go worship God, right?
Well, you can do like church and then there. See, we were on the same track. I was gonna say church, then do the nails.
Do the nails. Rice or salad?
Oh,
Right.
I like both. I like salad
So
too.
you have to choose one. Say you're on the island and you only have an option for one.
there's going to be salad on an island. There's not going to be no rice on an island.
No, that island, somebody's just going to deliver what you want.
Okay, fine. I'll go with rice. As long as it's delivered.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof
Yeah.
rice, right?
Yes.
Party or prayer? Think about it well. Go ahead.
Prayer party.
There we go. And she's good. We're going to host one. Let's plan it out. Prayer party.
No, but you have to choose one. Would you rather be at a party or would you rather be praying?
Praying.
No, don't do that.
No, seriously.
Oh, really? Well, some people are not outgoing like that anyway, so.
I am a social butterfly, so you know what? Let's be honest. I'd rather be at a party, but we can pray at the party too, though.
No.
It's fine. What kind of party are you at, Fola?
It's Nigerians call it Owambe party. It's a party where you're
They
there
wear
and
me out.
you're dancing and you're eating and a lot of things.
Okay.
They wear me out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
So we can do prayer.
We can do prayer.
Okay.
So, caveat. All the answers they gave might not be true in case you see them in the party like
Fola's
right.
calling out everybody today. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we've come to the end of the show today. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been fun having you around, Tolu. Honestly, we
Yes.
hope that you come back again next time.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about, talk more. Laura, guess what we're talking about next week?
I don't know. We don't have a pattern yet. Surprise. Sex? Okay.
Sex.
Wow. You can't miss that one.
Right?
Because the questions were fired today. Could you imagine them next Friday? Yeah.
I'll be watching next time.
Thank you. On that same line, everyone that joined us today, thank you so much. It was amazing. We obviously didn't get a chance to do the $100 giveaway, but next week we'll absolutely be doing that. So join us for our sex talk, I guess,
Sex talk.
on the Friday Night Mix show. And
Get your questions ready.
yeah, have your questions ready. That's good.
Certain questions, the ones that you want to ask.
Yeah.
As Christians, we have so many questions about sex,
Yeah.
and we don't talk about it enough.
Thank
in
you.
church,
It's
so-
stigmatized. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
it's really stigmatized,
I agree.
right? So
Yeah.
this is a safe space. We like to community. People join online. They want to, they want to participate and talk about the things we talk about.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have to say we're not humans and we don't have things that we go through. So and we don't know everything, right? We might have somebody who wants to talk who knows something. You can,
Yeah.
leave a comment on all of that. But
Awesome.
we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining
We're
us.
still gonna play a song. That's gonna take us out of
Yeah.
the show. But Laura, anything?
And if you guys didn't catch the link on how to get Tolu's music, please direct message myself or Fola. We'll send you the link.
Yeah.
I know I shared her website on the live. But if you missed it, just direct message us so that we can put you in contact, and then we can, get more information about the yearly concert and all these great things that you guys are working on, which is super exciting to have that in Calgary. But besides that, we'll catch you guys next Friday.
Are you gonna give our audience a discounted ticket for the next show?
For my next show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. You see, that's the good thing about being on the show.
There we go.
All right, Friday Night Mix Show. Thank you so much. It's been a great time on the show with Tolu and Laura and
It is the
myself,
Lord
Paula.
who goes
Bye,
before
everybody.
you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Emmanuel, 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 Emmanuel. Emmanuel, the Lord